A come-from-behind overtime victory over Wittenberg highlighted the ladies' field hockey team's efforts last week. It kept them at a perfect 4-0 in NCAC play, and joining us to talk about it is junior defender Kelsey Trulik. Kelsey, I saw Coach Crum and Coach DeMarco after the game, and I told them that game against Wittenberg almost felt like the DePauw game last time they were on this field. We were in overtime. Our offense is scraping, trying to find some goals, and here comes Caitlin Hutchinson, gets both of them for us. Can you just describe what you were feeling after that game? Up in the press box, it just felt like kind of a relief that something went our way in overtime when our offense was still, trying to find, that shot.
Yeah, I think throughout the whole game we're all working really hard, and shot after shot, nothing was going in. And so I think, they scored first, and that was kind of like, okay, we need to step it up. Now we need to get back. And so when Hutch scored that goal, that was a sigh of relief. And so I think that momentum really carried us throughout the game. And then going into overtime, I think everyone was really tired. It goes down to 7v7, as you know.
Right.
And so I think when she finally scored, people were just excited that we won, excited to kind of be done, and excited that the hard work we've been putting in practice showed off.
In Wittenberg, last year was a couple of close affairs, and we get it. We get the win this time. And, I mentioned to Caitlin Hutchinson last week against Oberlin. We just seem to be scraping. Each game, some of them have been close. We've had our losses to Washington and Lee and Center, but each game has just been, a little different for us and how we have to play. You're out there on the field. Just give us a sense of maybe the common ground we're trying to find in each match, and play at a high level to give ourselves a chance.
Yeah, I think we try to go out to every game with the intensity that we know how to play. I think sometimes it's hard when you're playing maybe a team that's not up to the competitive level that you're at.
Right.
A lot of teams tend to, play a little down to their level, but I think we need to just work on playing our game from the get-go. It takes us a few minutes to get into it, but once we do, I think, we start to play what Kenyon field hockey is, and we've been working a lot on the defense as well as getting the ball through the mid, working a lot with the midfielders and getting up to forwards, and I think every game we've been improving, and I think we'll start to get more goals as the season goes on, as we've shown already.
Yeah, and speaking of the defense, Coach DeMarco said in the season preview there was going to be some shifting around, and we've seen that. Morgan Barroso was back there last year, and we switched it around a little bit, but. You and Paige are still back there. Sarah Spiros back there still. Can you just give us a sense of where the defensive side of things are at? Where we're still molding our unit to be as good as we can be.
I mean, as Jackie always says, defender, you're going to play defense at every position on the field, and so just because you're the back 3 or 4 doesn't mean that you can't play defense anywhere on the field. And so, I mean, I've stepped up now to center mid, defensive center mid, and so that's kind of a different position on its own. But I think our defenders have been doing really well. We changed our formation, so rather than having 3 in the back, we now have 2, and then 2 outside mids, kind of like a bowl. And so I think, more passing, tackling, staying low, I think that's what defense is all about, and I think everyone's been doing a really good job in practice and in games.
I mentioned Sarah Spiroff. I thought that was maybe her best game of the season against Wittenberg. She had some saves where she was flying in with her big hands, and Paige Byer had a defensive save as well. But discuss Sarah, because I think she's the best goalie in the league, but she's back there, helping us along the way.
Yeah, Sarah is an amazing player on and off the field. I think she pushes herself in practice, and that definitely shows in games. And I think it's been nice for her to have 2 other goalies with us this season, because she's been also a mentor to them, as well as kind of bringing that competitive edge with additional goalies. But she's in there. She's got quick reflexes. She's able to react, and she's very vocal, which is something you need out of the backfield, and helping move your defenders, as well as telling us where we need to shift, where the ball needs to be passed to. And she's just a strong force back there. I feel so comfortable having her back there, knowing that she's there.
Sure. All right, this weekend we're on the road for back-to-back, Earlham and then DePauw, and I know if we play up to our ability, we should be able to get a win against Earlham, but I know you guys probably in the back of your minds want to go into DePauw and get that victory, because last time we played them, I had a punch in my stomach too after you guys got beat. But just keys to the traveling well and performing at our best this weekend on the road.
Yeah, I think Earlham will be a nice game to ease our way into DePauw, and then big game Sunday. I think we're just looking forward to, from the get-go, playing our game, playing the way we know how to play. Quick passes. They're going to come out. They're going to want to beat us again. And
Right.
I think everyone wants that win. I think we're tied right now in the conference 4-0 each, and so I think there's a lot on the line right now, and I think each team's going to come out there fighting, and it's just knowing how we know how to play as a team and improving every step of the way. So I think we'll be victorious this weekend. We'll bring home the win.
All right, Kelsey. Prediction time here on the KSC, folks, from Kelsey Trulik. We'll see what they can do on Sunday at DePauw. Kelsey, thanks for your time, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
That was junior Kelsey Trulik. She's from Ann Arbor, Michigan, a big Blue fan as well. We won't get into that discussion this time, but Kelsey, thanks.
Thank you.
Clayton Kaufman signing off for the KSC. We'll see you next time, folks.